welcome to Self-Help FAQ, the YouTube channel. I'm Barb, your host, and this is the channel check-in for October 13th, 2025. Okay, so as you know, I've been working heavily on my new self-guided journal on productivity, and I've got some notes here that I'm going to be reading from or talking about, discussing. And each week before you get the prompts and exercises, you'll start with a famous quote that leads into an essay of my personal experiences and stories on how I got myself out of my ruts when it came to overcoming obstacles to reaching my goals and dreams. Often the problems related to distractions, blocks, self-doubt, and frustrations, just like anybody else. But I share my solutions to these, which may or may not be your solutions, but it'll point you in a direction for success if you adapt my systems and make tweaks to make them your own. You'll have several prompts followed by activities, application exercises, plus checklists and trackers. Everything you need to move forward, even with interruptions from life. So as a sneak peek, I want to share with you my story on how a life interruption was preventing me from finishing a book that I had started to write when my life was drastically changing in 2018. I'll show you a picture of the book. It's right behind me. Give me a second. So this is the front cover. It's How to Attract a High Quality Man. And so anyway, that was 2018 that I started that book. And so in that year, I connected with an old male friend who cared about me very much, and I him. So after decades of knowing him, knowing each other, but living separate lives with unmatched or mismatched loves, it seemed it was time for us to take our relationship further. And we got engaged, and I ended up moving in with him and his ailing mother. We were both taking care of him, and he was holding down 2 jobs at the time, as I was also disabled. I found I could not finish my book due to this interruption. But also, I knew his mother was extremely bored. She was extremely bored. She felt useless, as she told us, and she needed a lot of attention. So I decided to include her on my project. She was in her 80s, and I knew she had a lot of life experiences in many things, and for my purposes, she had a lot of dating and relationship experience. So for a few weeks, we would sit down at the dining room table and discuss the issues in my book. So this action not only helped me exchange relationship ideas and experiences with her, but it also helped me finish my book by mid-June of 2020. And then I got married. So I learned that sometimes when life interrupts you, you can find a way to pivot to reach your goals in another way. And I learned that sometimes you shouldn't try to do everything by yourself. Other people can be a gold mine of information and experiences to help you along. So this is just one of many kinds of personal experience stories that you'll find in my upcoming productivity journal. And I hope you'll enjoy the journal for that reason, and also for the things it can do for you. Okay, up next, I want to tell you that I'm resuming community conversations by next week. And in keeping with my theme of productivity, I'll be answering questions from the community on the most problematic obstacles you have in your work, projects, or anything else you might be trying to accomplish in your life. Maybe I can help you solve your productivity problem. You can let me know in the comments, or I may even put up a poll for you to vote on inside the community tab on here about that. You know, I'm really excited to be bringing back community conversations next week because I think they're such an important part of what this channel is about. These conversations give us a space to talk about real life challenges, not just the ideas or the theories, but what actually happens when we try to grow, learn, and make changes in our lives. When we share our experiences, we realize we're not alone, and that's powerful. It's easy to feel isolated when you're struggling to stay productive or motivated, but hearing about other people's stories reminds us that everyone hits roadblocks. Community conversations are a chance to support each other, share what's working, and move forward together. Sometimes the biggest breakthroughs come from hearing someone else's perspective, maybe a new approach, a tool that finally clicked, or even a book that changed their thinking. That exchange of ideas helps us, all of us, grow faster and stay inspired. And really, that's the heart of this series. Personal growth isn't meant to be a solo journey. When we talk openly about our strengths and wins, we not only help ourselves, we help others who might be quietly facing the same challenges. That's what makes it a true community. Now in November, I'm kicking off a brand new series called Books That Transform. Each week we'll dive into books that have the power to shift how we think, work, and live. The kind of books that leave a mark long after you've finished reading them. We're starting with a bit of a book battle between two of my all-time favorites on productivity. One is called The 24-Hour Turnaround. Let me show you a picture of that one. I'm going to have to switch the camera around. That's The 24-Hour Turnaround by Jim Hartness and Neil Eskelin. And it's kind of an older book from the mid-90s, so there aren't very many copies left. And the other one is called, I'm going to pull up the picture of that one too. The other one's called The Power of Full Engagement. Let me show you that one. So it looks like that. It's by Jim Lohr and Tony Schwartz. A lot of people already know about this one. Okay, back to talking about what's coming up here. Just want to get my notes back up. So both of these books, they tackle the same question. How do we manage our time, energy, and in our mindset to live and work at our best? But they come at it from totally different angles. The 24-Hour Turnaround is all about quick wins. It's the kind of book that helps you shift gears fast when you're stuck, discouraged, or overwhelmed. It gives you the sense that change doesn't have to take months or years. Sometimes it can start in a single day. Now, we're not talking about 24 hours all at once, but in 24 hours that you plot out, that can be a great time for change for you. So, on the other hand, The Power of Full Engagement digs deeper into how we use our energy, not just our time. It's a game changer because it teaches that productivity isn't about cramming in more hours. It's about balancing intensity and recovery so you can perform better and feel better. So I chose these two books to start our series because together they show both sides of transformation: the fast spark that gets you moving and the sustainable rhythm that keeps you going. So which one do you think will come out on top in our first book battle? I'll share my take, and I want to hear yours when the series kicks off in November. I'll keep you posted about that. Okay, finally, I want to announce that week 7 of my first journal, which I affectionately call the Blue Journal, I'll show you that again. So there it is, the 3-in-1 Guided Journal Study Guide Activity Workbook. So week 7 of my first journal is ready in the membership area, and it's on the theme of intentional perception. And the quote from the week is, I'm going to quote from that, it's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. And that's by Henry David Thoreau, for those of you who are familiar with him. As I say in my journal, one of the ways that you can gain deep understanding of what you see is in exactly what you're doing now, journaling. Putting your thoughts on paper allows you to organize and clarify them. So this process can help you see patterns, identify recurring themes, and make connections between seemingly unrelated aspects of your life. And journaling can also be a tool for working through challenges and solving problems. Writing about your difficulties can lead to new perspectives. And potential solutions. There is so much more that can be said about journaling. But in essence, journaling serves a dynamic tool for self-discovery, personal growth, and deeper understanding of the world around you. And this is why I love and believe in journaling. So check for the links below if you want to get this journal, or if you want to fill out the journal with me in the membership area. It's a lot of fun. And so that brings me to the close of today's video. Thanks for spending time with me and finding out what's happening and what's coming up on my channel. And if you're new here, welcome, and thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, so you don't miss anything. And please like the video if you're looking forward to some of the things I have planned, and if this video helped you at all. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time on Self-Help FAQ, the YouTube channel. Bye for now.